Hey everyone, Broadbent here and welcome back to Stranded Deep. I know it's been a while, but a new update has just been released for the game. It's probably the largest one. In fact, to my memory, it is the largest update I've ever seen for the game. So we've got a lot to cover in today's video. As you can see already, we've got a new sort of splash screen. This is what you see when you first load the game. So we're going to press enter and this will take us into the main menu that we all know and love. Now, you're going to be greeted with a little bit of a weird island in the background here. Don't panic. I've sort of made a little demonstration for this video because there's so much to cover. I threw it all into one island so I can show you really quickly. So first of all, I want to show you the new character that we've got. So if we click create a new game, we've got a male character, the old one that we know. It's actually got some new clothing too. You can see nothing's ripped, everything's fine. The tie's still not quite right, it's bothering me. So what we can do is also change our gender to female. We've got a female character now. Now the game that I've got here is actually a female character as well, so you'll hear some female sound effects here and there during this playthrough. So now we can click continue. Now I just want to say that there hasn't been any changes to the cartographer. There's been a few bug fixes, but nothing too crazy with the cartographer yet. So as I mentioned, there's so much stuff in this update that I had to make an island dedicated to showing it off. I spent the past 6 hours of my life making this island. Don't ask why it took so long, just know that it did. So as you can see, we have a few new wrecks. So these are supposed to be in the water, obviously, but I've, made the island and brought them out. Now, I'm not going to get to these straight away. I'm going to show you these first. So, in every single world that you create from now on, there's going to be 3 random survivor shelters like these. So, there's only 3 per world, and there's 1 on each island. So, you have to find these. So I'm going to sort of, showcase them all a little bit. You got the more basic one. This is the very first one. It does come with some items and a crate, which is very nice to see. You can't really use this. It's made up of the old rowing boat that we've seen on the shores. You get some items with it, though. That's the most important thing. And obviously, you can see the little survivor here. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. We've got a fish trap, and I think... No? Maybe a rock with it? No, okay. Just a fish trap. We've got a crate inside each and every one of these, along with some bandages. Very nice design. I like this one a lot. We've also got a sort of expansion on the first one that we saw. It's the same concept, just a little bit of a different design, and you probably get some more stuff in it. Maybe not. But yeah, you can probably just about use this if you wanted to. Maybe if you just need some emergency shade. I wouldn't use this as a base value, but, it's always an option. And you can walk up that. I didn't know, that's cool. This is more of like civilized. You could probably use this a little bit more. You could build some stuff around here and store some crates, for example. So yeah, really like this one as well. Now this one is probably my favorite. It's one of the larger ones. It's built on the side of a rock at the back. It reminds me of a cave purely because of the rock and it's sort of like going back and channeling down into the back. I feel like I'm going to go down to a mine at the back. Very, very nice. I like this one a lot. I wonder if we could, build these at some point. That would be really cool. We find it and we learn it. So the next one is more traditional shelter, sort of like a roof canopy for a raft. Oh, there's the girl sound effects. You get a coconut flask and a fishing spear, a crate, and a stone tool. That's looking like everything. Yeah, you can't really use this as much. Maybe you could, fix this up a little bit, add an extra piece of cloth over the top, but yeah, you can't do that. Oh well. Next one is, I guess, more for blocking sunrise and sunsets rather than overhead lights. Weirdly enough, I was just about to say there's no skeleton, but there is right there. Yeah, and then you get 2 coconut drinks and a crate once again. So then we can move over to the last 2. This is a very nice one as well. We've got a boat propped up on a bunch of different logs. I really like this one. Lots of protection from the sun. Very, very nice and cozy. You could maybe use that actually. Maybe a bit of a stretch using it, but, maybe it's possible. And this one, which is the final one, the 9th shelter, you can definitely probably use this one. You get 2 crates in these. Wow, that's nice. And obviously, this guy died outside for some reason. And you also get a buoy ball in some of these. Why? I think we should be able to build stuff like this out of palm fronds. That'd be really nice. So you might have also noticed that there's a little bit of a yellow bar popping up at the bottom of the screen every now and again. Well, now there's a stamina bar that shows up when you're sprinting and when you're swimming. So you do have to be careful. So I can sprint for as long as that progress bar, that little stamina bar has some energy left until I reach all the way at the very end. If I stop, it will sort of regenerate, okay? But if I deplete it all the way to the very bottom, it'll stop, and I cannot sprint until it's fully regenerated. So if I stop here, I can sprint a little bit, and it'll regenerate. See that? It's sort of staying where I'm at. But if I deplete it, then it'll go red, and I cannot sprint until that's fully replenished. So, the elephant in the room. We've got a gigantic shipwreck here. Well, I guess we've got 3, and then we've got a plane over here. So we're going to check these out. We'll start off with the plane. I'm just going to enable fly mode, and let's check these out. So up here, we have a shipwreck. Now, this is not the plane that we crashed in, obviously, because this is, you know, blown out on the other side, for example. And it's very mossy, so it's been here for a while. So let's go out of fly mode and take a look. So I think what that crate spawns at the back, I'm not too sure where that fell from. Maybe in here. So we've got 2 crates so far in the plane, and I think that's all of it. I drop down here without breaking legs. Okay. Oh, 3. I'm not sure why these are on the ground. That's kind of weird. Maybe the spawn point's a little buggy. I'm not sure. Oh. See some luggage in there. You can't really do anything with this, obviously. It's just you're gonna find it like wrecks in the water. But it's nice to see that you're getting a decent amount of loot out of that. So let's go and check out the yacht, which I really do like this, except for the glass. The glass looks disgusting. But other than that, it's really nice to see some sort of like, you know, modern wrecks in the game. So we can take a look around here. Very, very large wreck. Huge wreck, in fact. We've got a little bar going on here. We've got a locker there. Nothing up here that we can do. So we've got 1 locker so far in this one. Up top, maybe we've got a crate. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. That's interesting. Looks like we've got 2 driver's seats too. I don't understand that. And can we get in? Yes, we can. Perfect. And this will take us down into the living area. Engine room. And we've got a bath here. Wow. This would have been a very nice yacht back in the day. Ah, so we've got 1 crate. Really? Is that it? 1 crate. And a safe. Wow. Okay, I'm kind of disappointed with how much loot's on here. 2 lockers. 2 lockers and a crate. And that is everything. That's everything you're going to get with this this yacht. Unless I'm missing something around the edge. Oh, it looks like I'm not. Okay. Yeah, that's everything. Overall, it's nice to see some, you know, modern stuff found around the islands here. So next up, we've got a Polynesian ship. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I've never actually said that word in my life. So it's a really nice, sort of simple yacht. Let's take a look around here. So up here on the deck, you've got something very interesting. You've got a working compass. At least I think it's working. Yeah, I believe that is fully functional. That should be north. Oh, and you can see some islands on there too. Maybe it's just a texture. Got a massive pole, or a mast. Can't climb up that, but you can climb up that one, so we'll get around to that in a second. Up here on the front, nothing crazy going on. The mast is broken off on the front up here. We can go down the spiral staircase into the bottom, where we get 1 crate, and that's it. Now we can get in the other side as well, so don't be too disappointed. The other side entrance is here. And down here, let's see what we've got. Because I don't really know. I explored these without all the loot in. And that's it. Wow. 1 crate. I guess for these 2 more modern structures, I guess all of these modern structures, these 2 shouldn't really have crates. They should be able to, like, for example, down here, I feel like more of these should be lootable. You know, like actual parts of the build. That would make more sense to me. So the mammoth of this island is the tanker. We've got a massive new ship, which is actually going to be quite hard to explore properly. I'm probably not going to show you the whole interior, just because of how much there is to explore. But it's a very nice, large ship. It's the largest ship we have in the game, and it is very nice to see. So obviously some of the doors are a little bit, the names aren't quite right. The damaged doors you can't open. There's quite a few damaged doors around here, so you've got to be careful. And it looks like, oh, they're all procedural. So some of these doors will be open on your islands, for example. If I can find any way in. Lots of lockers. If you find this, you've got lots of loot. New doors, too, to go along with. That's so many lockers. Alright, well, let's try and work our way down into the bottom here. Yeah, here we are. So this is the engine room, and there's a crate just up here. However, you can't just pick it up. You have to jump up here to pick it up like that. Very fiddly. You can't climb up this ladder either, so you've got to do what I did. Yeah, I think they're probably gonna, you know, fix a bunch of this stuff for when they merge this into stable. So my backpack's empty. I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of crates on this shipwreck because there's so many. There's absolutely loads, and you will notice that. If I wait, can I go through here? Lockers for days. Oh my god, so much loot. And welcome to the main storage compartment, storage unit, hull of the wreck. So you get a few barrels. These seem pretty consistent spawn to me, and we get lots of crates to go with. So I'm gonna pick up all these. I believe there's a second floor, little balcony area here. Yep, lots of crates. There's one over there too, and I think that's it. No, there's 3. So I got a full inventory from just going around the bottom bit of this boat. Crazy stuff. Can I get through here? Yep. And I think that's all I'm really going to show you for this, because I don't want to spoil too much of this build. Just saying, if you're navigating this while underwater, it's going to get very chaotic. You see this is damaged, so I have to go around. Kind of annoying, actually. But there are quite a few emergency exits like this. There's one in the main hull. You can probably work your way in here. So those are the new shipwrecks and, I guess, plane wreck that we've got in the game now. Very nice to see. I feel like we're going to need larger islands. This just feels ever so slightly out of place with the current scale and size of the islands. I feel like if they... Well, I think they are planning on making the islands larger at some point. This will feel more at home. So we've covered the new wrecks and we've covered the new shelters. Let's talk about other things. So the next thing I want to cover is the new watch. As you can see, we've got new statistics. So the time is always visible, the date is always visible, and also at the top right of the watch there's UV high, which is now always visible as well. So SPF at the bottom is sun protection factor. So basically it's how much protection you have from the sun. And then obviously we've got health, hunger, and thirst stats right there. So it's all changed up a little bit. The next page is the new skills. So you can now level up your skills: the hunting, cooking, harvesting, physical, and craftsmanship. So some very nice stuff to see there. I think it's been in the game for a while, just not really been shown. So what we're going to do is sort of like level up these stats a little bit here. And then I think that's all of them actually. Yeah, 3 pages to watch now, which is nice. So what we're going to do is try and level up some of these skills. If I go into the crafting menu, you can see in building, this is locked by level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way to level 6, I think. Let's just find that out really quickly. Yeah, level 6. So you do have to unlock and progress in order to use this extra stuff. So the first skill we're going to try and level up is harvesting. So you level up this skill just by harvesting resources. So as you can see now, I actually level up very quickly. So that's, I think, two rocks is 1 level. Right? Yep, there we go. And then 1 node is 2 levels, I think. So it obviously gets harder as you level up. So getting to the highest level will take a while. Now, the point of this is basically the higher your level, the more damage you do to resources, therefore the faster that you harvest resources. However, with my testing, I haven't seen that. It's the exact same. So I think this will got to implement the actual rewards for leveling up, but it doesn't hurt to start leveling up now, I guess. So you can see I just leveled up again in the bottom right, and if I check my watch, I'm level 3 already. So now it is getting much harder for me to level up. I've been hitting these for about a minute now and not gone up a level. There we go, leveled up again, level 4. So if I harvest all of these, I won't go up an extra level. Maybe 1. I don't think so though. I did it before and I didn't go up an extra level. So I'm just gonna drop all these. I'm actually gonna keep these because I've got something else to show you concerning these. Something very, very, very cool. So as you just noticed at the very bottom of the screen, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. That is like the new hotkeys. Now to use those, you have to make a tool belt. So I'll get around to that in just a second. But this is the hunting skill. Now, I think the hunting skill is currently bugged. Basically, I killed all of these with spear guns, and I wasn't able to level up once. So I don't think leveling up hunting works at all right now, so I'm not really going to show you that, so I'm rather unfortunate. So this is the building section. I'm going to show you how to level up. I think it's craftsmanship or physical. I think it's physical, actually. So we're going to pick up a hammer and we can start crafting. Now, as you can see right here, there's a very important new item added to the game, a container shelf. So if I place this down right here, which it snaps to the floor and you can build it anywhere, what you can do is attach crates to this now, which is very, very nice to see. I think the name's still only on one side, and then you can access these. So like, it's a very nice organized manner to keep your crates rather than just dropping them on the floor and stacking them. Very nice to see, actually. Now, there is actually something even more important that you can do with this that I will get into later on in the video. Something we've been asking for a very long time. So I'm unable to use these planks and the corrugated scrap and the clay to build anything because my craftsmanship level is so low. So what I'm going to do is just try and craft some more stuff here to get my level up. There we go, level up craftsmanship. So now I can make stick foundations. Cool. So that's craftsmanship level 2. What can I make now? Wood wedge foundations. Okay. So all you do to level up the skill that you want to do is just practice that skill. So right now I'm just laying down a bunch of foundations to level up my craftsmanship, and then it's just going to get harder and harder and you have to do more and more. There we go, just leveled up my craftsmanship once again. So what can I make now? I think I can make plank stuff. Yes, I can. So by leveling up my craftsmanship with foundations, I can also unlock stuff to do with the raft. So now I can build some extra stuff. Remember, this was level 6. Wow, it's all level 6 there. Jeez. I can also make the motor now. That's interesting that it's so low. So the physical skill, which is the second to the bottom, basically you exercise this skill by exercising. The more you run and jump and swim, the higher that skill will become. I'm trying to get it to level up here, but you know, I've obviously got a lot to do. Now, one really curious thing about this is the higher your physical skill is, the longer you can hold your breath for. I'm not sure if they lowered how long you can hold your breath for or they increased the maximum, but that's rather interesting. So the higher you get that, the longer you can stay underwater for. So the final skill to cover is the cooking skill. Now, this skill is actually very important. Basically, you train this by cooking, as you would expect. So the higher your cooking level, the more calories you'll gain from that piece of food that you cook. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to show you that the hunting skill doesn't level up by killing all these. So I'm going to get this fire going and try to train the cooking skill. I wonder if I have to unlock being able to use the smoker or not. That would suck. Okay, let's give this a go. No, I can just use it. Nice. That's 3 there and 2 of those. So we're going to see if that skill levels up once these cook and smoke. Oh, you can see that I'm actually getting quite thirsty here. Yep, there we go. Oh, I leveled up my physical. Hey, look at that. So I guess that makes sense. You know, hitting things with the hammer would level up your physical. Did I level up again? Leveled up cooking. There we go. So I just got to finish editing my stats to max, or close to max anyway, level 4. Just because I wanted to cheat. What I'm going to do is show you something very special that we've got with rafts. So probably one of my favorite things in this update that I'm really excited to show you is the container shelves that I showed you earlier. If I go to where they are, I think they're here. Yep. Actually snap onto boats and rafts. Yep, that's right. We now have raft storage. So I'm just going to slap one of these down here, like so. One there. I'm going to make another one. Let's plop another one down right here, like so. So now I have enough for 6 crates on this boat. So I'm going to get 6, like so. Get these out and attach these to the shelves. We have been asking for this for so damn long. Now, I've actually got a question about this. What happens if I flip the raft? Like, you see, buoyancy isn't affected at all. That's what's huge about this. The raft will float just as it should, as opposed to grabbing the crate and putting it on, which does affect buoyancy and, you know, how fast you can turn. I want to test quickly. What happens if I... Ah. Nothing at all. Look at that. No, come back. That is beautiful. I'm so happy to have that finally. Obviously, it's best to place these down on land, otherwise this happens. Beam team, please fix. But that's probably like the most long-standing request out of this entire update, is just to have raft storage. Now quickly, if I can find one in here. I cannot. There's an item that's been added to the game that is rather interesting, and I'm just trying to find it really quickly. There they are. Yep, we have binoculars, or technically spyglass. So one thing that I didn't do while I was on here is go to the very top. So that's what we're going to do now, and then we're going to use the spyglass. So if I can hopefully climb up properly. This ladder seems a little buggy in my opinion. Going up's fine, but getting down is basically impossible. You have to jump in water. So now while we're up here in the crow's nest, let's take out the spyglass. And what I can do is hold right click and it will bring it close, and then we'll zoom in. Now I can zoom in even more, like you can see here, by holding left click at the same time. Nice to see. Now, one thing that I have noticed is the billboards look even more ugly once you can zoom in. So I think maybe it's time that we get another billboard update because they're so damn ugly. I'm sorry, but they are. So one kind of a bug or unexpected behavior with the spyglass is if I let go of both my mouse buttons now, it'll go out into this view. It should reset. If I go forwards a little bit, the more you walk, the more it goes away. Does that make sense? So this is how it should look. It's kind of weird. You'll have to mess around with it yourself. But you should be able to find this in crates now, which is very nice. You've got to walk around to reset it though. So something else that we can craft, I've mentioned earlier on, is the tool belt. So over here we have tool belt pouch 1, pouch 2, and pouch 3. So I'm going to make tool belt 1 really quickly here. Now apparently I can't make pouch 1. It's locked. You see that? Oh no, I require tool belt 1. So if I now press tab, you can see number 1 is free. So if I press and hold number 1, you can see that is now equipped to slot number 1. If I press hotkey number 1, boom, that equips the item for me. Very, very nice. And I think I can make pouch number 1, pouch number 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, you can't quick craft it, which is odd. So the basic tool belt will get you 1 slot, and then the next one will give you 2 extra slots with a total of 3. So I'm gonna go and kill a boar really quickly, and we can make the new tool belt. Oh, that's so nice, just doing that. Look at that. I like it. It does still take up a slot in your inventory. You don't get to just leave them on your hotbar, unfortunately. Oh god. So now I can make tool belt 3, which you can't quick craft. And now I can have on all the way to 9 things. Wait, no, it's not right. Okay, 6 things. It's hard to see in the sand. So if you're wondering how you equip items onto your tool belt, open your inventory, look at the item you want to equip, and press and hold the number you want the slot to go to. So I'm holding 2, and there it's gone to 2. You have to hold it for a few seconds. But that's cool. That's really cool. So on top of everything that I've already covered, I've got some extra stuff to show you, quite a lot. Some very important stuff. So we've got new sharks. So if I enter the cheat menu here, I'm going to go down and find some of the new animals that I can spawn for you. So here are all of the new, actually 2 of these aren't new, 4 new fish. So right here we've got the grouper. This will not give you any leather, it'll just give you, I think, medium or large meat. God, this thing's actually quite big. Yeah, I think it might give you large meat for sure, actually. Now we've got the goblin shark, which I've got to say, terrifying. Terrifying. I do not want to go anywhere near this thing. But you know what? I will, and I will defeat it. Oh god, this is ugly. I think I remember seeing this in the PS4 trailer. Ugh, god. Then we've got the great white. Obviously, we know and love that one. We've also got the hammerhead. Now, just don't pay attention to the name. That's temporary, obviously. But this is a very nice little addition to see. I'm not sure under what circumstances you will find this as opposed to this, for example. Then we've got the tiger shark, which we also know and love, which the jaw seems to be fixed. It's weird. And here we've got the whale shark. So I'm actually going to test really quickly. Does this give you any leather? 3 leather and 3 large meat, which is not so bad. Now there's also a turtle, however I can't find it in the spawn menu here, which is rather unfortunate. Oh, I just saw one. There he is, look at that. So it looks like he spawns out. Yeah, you can't hurt them. That's interesting. Yeah, you can't kill him. You can't use the turtle shell for anything. That's a little bit disappointing, but nice to see nonetheless. Now, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is the new difficulty types. So there's a creative mode where you can play without your vitals, taking damage, things like that, and you will still need to harvest materials. You'll also be invincible, so that's always a nice thing. There's going to be the normal difficulty, which is just normal mode. It's what we've always played with. And then there's hard mode, which is a little bit more challenging. Vitals deplete faster, and side effects are more dangerous, such as like sunburn, for example. Creatures can do more damage, and resources take longer to harvest. So personally, I think hard mode just sounds a little annoying. It's not really harder. It's just more frustrating to deal with. So in case you haven't noticed already, the sleep vital has completely gone. That has been done away with. It didn't do anything, apparently, so they just sort of wiped it out and got rid of it completely. These are not practical shoes, come on. Oh, and also, the sun exposure, you know, UV has been nerfed a little bit, so hopefully it won't be as strong. Also, one very important thing is that I don't see any here, but the Wally and, you know, Dead X parcels, the little Easter eggs have been added into the vanilla game once again. I don't see any here. That's rather disappointing. I was hoping to show you them, but yeah, basically now you might find a Wally, or you might find a little Dead X parcel. There's also another one, like a diving Easter egg. You can find those now. I think they are related to these specifically, so I guess go hunting. If you want to find all of this new stuff in your world, you will have to make a new one, unfortunately. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to press the like button. Look at that. Oh, God. That looks so ugly. I'm sorry. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to press the like button. Let me know what you think to this update. I just want to do a quick reminder that this did take 6 months. I know they've been going through a bunch of legal issues, you know, trying to get the rights for the console port, and that must have been so demotivating for them, but I just want to say, if anything can come out of this, I really hope the developers have learned to be a little bit more transparent with the community. If things aren't going so well, if we're not going to see an update for a while, just let us know. Just let us know. You know, a little communication, a little the Twitter message every now and again goes a long way. But nonetheless, I want to say a good job to the team for this update. I've actually not found that many bugs with it, which is surprising. Normally I find billions, but it's been rather bug-free actually, which is nice. Now this update is experimental, and they said they want to push it to stable as soon as possible, so if you do find any issues, make sure to report them on the Steam forums. And that pretty much rounds up this update. Large update, very, very large update. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one.